Hey everybody, and welcome to the bullshit party, and Merry Christmas! And in this one we're gonna be winning the new Christmas Lucky Wheel Podium vehicle in GT Online. As you can see, I'm gonna be showing you my controller from two different camera angles so you can see better what I'm doing, and I will be explaining everything along the way so you guys can follow along, and by the end of the video, do exactly what I'm doing, which is win the podium car every time you spin the wheel. Now with that, the video is going to be divided into two parts. In this first part, I'm going to be explaining what we're going to be doing later on in the video. So even if you haven't seen my videos before, you'll be caught up with everything we need to do and prepare in order to spin the wheel properly by the time we actually go ahead and spin it together. I've been doing this for 4.5 years, so I kind of know what I'm talking about when it comes to spinning the wheel in GT Online. So with that, let's go back and basically recap what happened up to this point. The first thing that you want when you walk into the casino is for your wheel to be looking like this, with the clothing on the top and the car 2 spaces left of it. This right here is called a fresh wheel, and it's a complete must-to-have in order to do what we're about to do later on in the video. And the good news is that the easiest way to get this is just by logging into GT Online like this from single player through the invite-only session option. The second very important thing is to know exactly how we're going to be spinning the wheel, basically the quote-unquote method we're going to be using. For that, we're going to be using my 9 to 6 method, and I call it that because if you imagine a clock face like this one, this is how we are going to be moving the left analog stick at a specific time. When, how, where, I'll explain in just a little bit, don't worry. But for now, this is basically the movement that we're going to be doing. So left and then all the way down. So 9 to 6. And if you paid attention in the intro of the video, I said that we're going to be spinning the wheel together. Let me actually explain what that means because it's probably simpler than you might think. So the easiest way to consume this video is just by syncing your game to my footage, which means that at a specific time I'm gonna be showing you a countdown timer that looks something like this. And this timer counts down to the last time I interact with the wheel before going into the spinning of the wheel animation. So if you time yourself and press X or whatever confirm is on your console, the exact same time the countdown timer strikes 0, we are going to be going into this spinning of the wheel animation together, and from that point on, you see what I'm doing in real time, and then you immediately replicate it on your system. And do keep in mind that this works on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, and of course on Steam Deck, basically everything that plays GT Online, but you do need to have a controller for this. And just to clarify something, because I see some people confused about this, the countdown timer has nothing to do with your time spent in the casino. It's only there for your convenience, so you have enough time to go up to the wheel and wait for me on this screen to press confirm on your last interaction with the wheel. And if you do it, as I said before, you sync your game to my footage, then everything else we do together. Speaking of doing everything else together, let's actually do it for real this time. Once again, this is going to be the countdown timer that you want to use if you want to sync your game to my footage. So make sure to press X the exact same time the countdown timer strikes 0 on your last interaction with the wheel. And if you do so, we are going to be doing this 9 to 6 movement together at this exact speed. The timer that you see on the top left hand side as I'm spinning the wheel is there so you can see what timing I'm using this week, because every week the timing is just a little bit different. So please do make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on next week's podium vehicle win. And as you can see, if you do everything just like I did, you are going to be landing on the podium vehicle space, in which case congratulations, just make sure to select the garage quickly. Otherwise, if you take too long, the game is going to kick you off the wheel and you will be ineligible to claim your newly acquired podium vehicle. And one last thing, if you mess something up or for whatever reason you see that you're not going to be landing on the podium vehicle space, maybe your finger slipped, maybe you were unable to sync your game to my footage, maybe somebody distracted you, maybe your controller slipped out of your hand, whatever the case is, you see that you're not landing on the podium vehicle space, you can always force quit out of the game before the wheel stops spinning and try to spin the wheel again immediately. And for reference, on PlayStation 5, force quitting looks like this, with this pretty much being the case for all other consoles, and for PC you guys have the almighty task manager. And if this video was not detailed enough for you, I'm gonna link the longer version of it in the description of this one, so go check that one out. I go into a little bit more detail about everything that I do in order to prepare to spin the wheel every single week. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this week's Lucky Wheel Podium Vehicle win. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, let me know what you think of the new podium vehicle and if you were able to win it first try. Thanks so much for watching, like, subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one.